This program provided a really unique opportunity to learn about a culture very different from our own, but very integral to the history of our country.
I've always been interested in learning about different cultures and different religions, and that's one of the major reasons why I signed up for PanimWorks.
PanimWorks is for the student who wants to be challenged, in their own Jewish identity, that wants to be challenged in terms of their American identity, that wants to think about how they want to be global citizens in a rapidly changing world.
PanimWorks will take you on the adventure of a lifetime. You will experience the thrill of the rugged outdoors, while at the same time performing meaningful service that will change the way you think about the world, Judaism, and yourself. Since 1988, Panim, the Institute for Jewish Leadership and Values, has brought thousands of Jewish high school students to the nation's capital for its flagship programs, Panim Al Panim, Jewish Civics Initiative, and Summer Jam. Now PanimWorks moves students out of Washington, D.C., helping them learn about themselves while serving others. Working with Deer Hill Expeditions based in Mancos, Colorado, Panim provides a uniquely Jewish outdoor service experience in the Four Corners region of the American Southwest. PanimWorks focuses on 3 core areas: community service, cross-cultural exchange, and Jewish life, all while building relationships and having fun. During the trip, students make deep connections with their host communities. Whether it is working with younger Navajo members, upgrading needed infrastructure, or making repairs to community necessities, students make a true impact in the short time they are there.
We painted the house and roofed the house of an elderly Navajo woman whose house, when we got there, was in very bad condition.
She said, "Thank you for making this my home again." And that was just a very powerful thing.
Service really manifests itself in lots of different ways. As we were talking, Rabbi Jason was teaching about Tikkun Olam, and somebody said repairing relationships can also be a way to repair the world, and I think that students are starting to see part of coming out here really isn't for them to get their hands dirty, but for them to really think about what that actually means.
The students' role in PanimWorks is not simply to provide assistance. PanimWorks participants live, work, and play alongside their Navajo hosts.
A lot of what I got sort of in the advancement of my Judaism was learning from the Navajo, because they're another very spiritual people. I think that we really could learn a lot just from observing their culture.
When the Navajos are doing their religious rituals, they face the east just as we do when we pray towards Jerusalem during services.
One of the major things that I saw as parallel between Judaism and Navajo is it's not just a religion, it's not just a culture, but it's a nation and a people.
Students have the opportunity to explore parts of the country and parts of themselves that may be new to them.
This whole trip has been one of the first experiences where I've really seen a lot of nature's beauty in its natural form.
My favorite part was when our bus got stuck and we had to push it up a hill, and it doesn't seem like a lot of fun, but it was a huge team bonding moment, and we ended up all shouting, "I think I can, I think I can," to get to the top of the hill all at the same time. It was crazy.
The most challenging part of the experience was putting up the tents during a sandstorm where we didn't really know each other. So we all came as a team for the first time and helped put up one tent at a time.
For most groups, the turning point is when they hit a challenge and then push through that challenge together as a group.
Jewish learning and tradition are woven into the fabric of all of the activities on PanimWorks. From learning to appreciate nature to studying with other students, students begin to understand how being Jewish is part of every aspect of their lives.
I definitely feel just a greater sense of my Jewish identity. Like being around Jewish teenagers, it's very different from just being around like adults that you see at synagogue, or it's like people your age and you talk with them and relate to them, and we all have discussions.
Shabbat was one of the most amazing experiences because it was Jewish culture, and then our Navajo hosts added in their piece, and it was really, really amazing.
Experience Shabbat on a Navajo reservation just makes me want to go home and bring it to other people.
As a Jewish person, I think it's very hard to connect with certain concepts of even brachot, of why do we say Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, who brings bread from the earth? And when you're out here, it's very hard not to understand that.
It's like you really learn a lot about yourself and other people, just like learning from other people's backgrounds.
When I get home, I'll have a
much greater respect for the environment.
This has taught me that I should always try and have new experiences and learn about new culture to try and broaden my mind.
That is the vision of the Jewish community that we're trying to model here. A community that is close, that is dedicated to its own spiritual development, but also very open to the outside world, curious about other cultures and ways of life, that wants to be in relationship to the world as a whole.
My group has become like a giant family.
The experience was just so amazing, it's almost hard to put into words.
It was amazing. You guys should come.
I can't say that I know what it's like to wander in the desert for 40 years, but at least now I can sort of think through that lens.